1 year on and the Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal is back on top. Preparations in place at Ramlila Maidan for Arvind Kejriwal swearing in as the Chief Minister of Delhi. There's a massive crowd that's expected at this swearing-in ceremony. Unlike last year, Arvind Kejriwal this time will not take a metro. He's expected to drive from his Kaushambi residence. Traffic police would be escorting him via Barakhamba Road. After the oath-taking ceremony at Ramlila Maidan, which is expected to be attended by at least 1 lakh and could go up to 1.25 lakh, Arvind Kejriwal will visit Rajghat. After paying tribute to the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, he's slated to go straight to the Secretariat. The event will be watched by thousands of his supporters. Officials say the ground has been done up for Kejriwal and 6 of his ministers to take oath. Drinking water will be available in plenty. Arrangements have been made. Large LED screens have also been put up so that those who cannot make it to the ground can watch the ceremony from a distance. Headline today's Preeti Chaudhary now joins me with the latest from the Ramlila Maidan. Preeti, it's historic, many would say. This is an election of hope, and now, as the Aam Aadmi Party describes it, it is the swearing in of hope. For the second time in a year, Arvind Kejriwal takes over as Chief Minister of Delhi.
You know, Gaurav, you're bang on, but for somebody who covered exactly this in December last year, there's a strange sense of deja vu that at least, we are feeling right now. Because if you hear the rhetoric is started, the same kind of songs are playing at the back, of course, outside, Gaurav, and that is where you have to give Aam Aadmi Party its due. You have to see the cadre enthused. Most of them have camped outside the Ramlila Maidan overnight. There's a reason why the stands behind me are empty, and that reason is not because there are not enough people here. Because even before 8 o'clock, at 7 o'clock when we were here, they were thronged, thousands of people outside. A carnival-like atmosphere, which is every time there is, a swearing in or any event what is organized by the Aam Aadmi Party. But there is, from Delhi, a lot of people who hadn't voted Arvind Kejriwal last year, who voted for him this year, standing outside wanting to come in. People, and these are not organized crowds, people who have come in on their own, waiting to get in. The lines have started. And I just want to take our viewers through, while we were driving all the way to the Ramlila Maidan, my camera person Kripal and I, every 200 meters, there are these mega screens which the Aam Aadmi Party has put themselves. Huge posters. And I want to take our viewers, because this time, it's not 5 Saal Kejriwal. Now that 5 Saal Kejriwal rhetoric has turned to Har Baar Kejriwal. And of course, all the 6 ministers' faces who are going to take oath today. To take our viewers through the itinerary, Gaurav, we are expecting Arvind Kejriwal to leave his residence at about 10:30. He's going to come here. There's a special route set for the Chief Minister. He's going to come here by 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock is when on the right-hand side, I'll ask my camera person Kripal to show you, because the media stakeout continues right here. And what a media stakeout it is. That's the dais. Exactly what it was last year when Arvind Kejriwal had taken oath. That's where all the 6 ministers, along with Arvind Kejriwal, will take oath. And what we are expecting, lakhs. Security unprecedented. We've seen thousands of security personnel lining the roads, trying to organize the crowd. And you have to give it. The Aam Aadmi Party cadre is extremely well behaved. When we were even coming in, all of them have already started, filing in queues. They're keeping the mood high, the momentum high by singing patriotic songs. So the setting all there, Gaurav, they're expecting Arvind Kejriwal to come in by 11, and of course the second coming of the muffler man.
The second coming of the muffler man. Apparently, police say there could be anything between 1 lakh and 1.25 lakh. 1,25,000 people who will either come there or watch this. They've made arrangements for such kind of movement of people in this area. Now we know the Prime Minister is not coming. He'd be in Baramati. Who else are expected? Who else is expected here, Preeti?
Well, you know, of course, the entire top brass of the Aam Aadmi Party is expected. They are very excited. Some of them we actually saw outside as well. I saw Ashish Khaitan trying to organize the crowds outside. So all of them expected. They would, of course, be going to Arvind Kejriwal's residence and escorting him here. Now, in terms of, you know, how the campaign was fought, Gaurav, because you and I both covered it. So, you know, it was the entire might of the cabinet which was put forth against Arvind Kejriwal. Some of them had been extremely gracious because the minute the mandate came, the likes of Nirmala Sitharaman, who was vociferous in her attack, every day putting the Panch Sawal to Kejriwal, came out and said, congratulated Arvind Kejriwal and, you know, said that he fought a spirited campaign. Now, an invitation was extended to the Prime Minister. We all know he regretted not making it because he had prior engagements. But an invitation has also been, you know, sent out to the entire cabinet.
Okay.
Now, it'd be interesting to note whether or not the government would be sending a representative, and we've got our eyes there. We're trying to, you know, get in reactions whether or not somebody from the government will be representing the government or even the BJP party at that level. So, all eyes there, Gaurav, but very quickly, I want to, you know, just take you across, you know, to these gates which are on the left-hand side. You know, it looks empty right now, but right beyond the facade of the white cloth, thousands of people still, filing in right now. Now, what is the difference that we see from the last time Arvind Kejriwal took oath right here at the Ramlila Maidan? Well, the biggest difference is the number of crowds, and it was packed, Gaurav, because I was here. I covered when Arvind Kejriwal took oath. The grounds behind me were packed, and what we see, at least the inclination of it all, that we're going to be expecting a lot more than what we did the last time around.
Preeti Chaudhary, keep tracking that story. I will come back to you for more. This ground is so special even for Arvind Kejriwal. India Against Corruption, that entire movement led by Anna Hazare, Arvind Kejriwal started his political career from that point on. Then he was sworn in as Chief Minister in the same grounds last year. Historic ground. From the 1930s, it's seen so much of political movement from Mahatma Gandhi to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. They've addressed crowds here in the 1970s. 1975, Jai Prakash Narayan had addressed a lakh plus rally here just before the emergency. Baba Ramdev had a rally here on these grounds against an anti-corruption movement. Anna Hazare had a movement, and these are cues that you see outside the Ramlila Maidan today.